Starting with a carrot, it's a biennial, which means if you put it back in the ground it would grow a flowering shoot and lots of seeds this year. Good rule of thumb is to grow at least 10 of these on and you get a good genetic mix of seeds. So let's cut off the bit we don't want, so the last 2 centimeters of carrot. Add it to our tray, add some water later, and see if we can grow some lovely carrot tops. So the same as the carrot, the parsnip is a biennial. It takes 1 year to grow the parsnip. A second year it then regrows to form the flowering shoots and the seeds. So it's already forming roots down the column of the parsnip, so we could plant that straight in. I'm going to try and plant the top of the parsnip as it looks like it already wants to grow. Similar to carrot and parsnip, beetroot is a biennial, which means it grows the beet in the first year and flowering stalks in the second. We're just cutting off the outer leaves so less water is lost from the plant as we try and regrow it. New leaves and flowering stalk will come from the centre. We're interested in those new leaves for our salad. Now let's cut the top off and save that. Now we'll move on to a little gem lettuce. So we want the top leaves for the salad. So all we need to do is chop off the bottom 3 centimeters. It's the middle where the flowering stalk will grow, and then we'll place that in water and watch it regrow. Next we'll go for garlic. Another biennial. First year we go from a clove to a bulb, and that bulb if left in the ground would grow up to a flowering stalk, produce seed. But what we do is we keep it in the first cycle by breaking down that bulb and turning it into cloves. So if you put a clove in the water, it will root and grow. These are hardly leftovers. These are dried peas. So Leo's peas in the cupboard normally for like soups. If I just put them in the water, we'll test whether these are going to sprout and if they're good enough to grow. So now on to leeks, the same family as garlic and onion, normally seed on their second year. If we chop off the bottom 3 centimeters, we should get roots from the bottom. We should see a new growth from the top. Next we move on to celery, another biennial. In the first year it forms these lovely leafy stems, and in the second year from the centre it produces a flowering stem which when pollinated will produce an abundance of new seeds. So if we just chop off the bottom 4 centimeters and we'll place that on the plate and watch it grow in the water. Just remember to add a red onion. Now these are biennials, so in the first year they grow their onion, second year they grow their seed. So if we chop off the bottom 2 centimeters, place this in water, we should see it be able to grow. What we'll see is a stem growing from the middle, which will give us a green onion stem. So now let's add this to our tray of leftovers. So let's take the tray away, put it on the windowsill and add some water. So here it is on the windowsill, bit of light. So a week to 10 days later you can see that there's been plenty of growth and we've added to it from other plants. If we take a closer look, we can see the garlic clove has got roots and shoots. Those dried peas have sprouted. The red onion, never really getting much success for this. The celery, both parts are growing. The leeks, 2 of them have sprouted. One of them's got some nice set of roots, but that's been 2 weeks. The little gem lettuce, that can be seen with some new growth from the centre and some tiny roots from underneath. The carrot tops, we can see some lovely new growth going there which we could harvest. The parsnip has dried out and all the growth has died, and the beetroot, lovely new leaves growing from the centre. Hey, and that's showing you that you can grow your leftovers. Keep up to date with all our new videos, please subscribe to the channel and drop us a comment or a like with anything that you found about growing your leftovers.